Do these three things and she can't stop thinking about you even at night. Women are complex creatures who think in a very different way than men. Their emotions drive their thoughts and actions, while men tend to rely more on logic and reason. This can make it difficult for men to understand why women act the way they do. But there are some simple things that you can do to trigger a woman's thoughts, and she won't be able to get you off her mind, not even at night. Women are attracted to confident men who know what they want and aren't afraid to go after it. Showing confidence is one of the most powerful ways to make a woman want you more. It shows her that you're a strong, capable man who isn't afraid to take risks or stand up for himself. By becoming less available, showing confidence, and not talking too much about yourself, you can make yourself more desirable and attractive to her. For those people, I say this, you'll never succeed. The power of love is far greater than any trick or manipulation tactic. And those who try to use others will eventually be consumed by their own darkness. Choose love, choose happiness, and never settle for less than you deserve. And even when she's lying in bed alone, she'd be thinking about you. Remember, it's not about being the best-looking guy or having the most money. It's about how you carry yourself and the impression you make on others. So work on these things and soon enough you'll have her wrapped around your finger. It also shows her that you're not needy or desperate, which is a huge turn-off for women. Here's how to show confidence around women. First, make sure your body language is open and inviting. Avoid crossing your arms or legs or keeping your hands in your pockets, as this can make you look closed off and unapproachable. Instead, keep your chest and face pointed towards her and use open hand gestures. This will show her that you're confident and comfortable in your own skin. Next, make sure your tone of voice is deep and assertive, not high-pitched or apologetic. Speaking in a low, confident voice will make you sound dominant and attractive to women. Finally, make sure you dress the part. Wearing clothes that fit well and look sharp will help you look and feel confident. This doesn't mean you have to wear expensive clothes. It simply means that you should take care of the clothes you already have and make sure they are clean and well-maintained. By following these tips, you can show women that you're a confident, strong man who knows what he wants. And when they think about you, they'll remember how good it felt to be around someone so sure of himself. By understanding how to use body language, tone of voice, and conversation to your advantage, you can make her think about you constantly. With just a few small changes, you can become the only thing she thinks about from the moment she wakes up until she goes back to sleep. They think that by telling her everything about themselves, she'd be more interested in them. But the opposite is actually true. When you talk too much about yourself, you come across as self-centered and arrogant, which are huge turn-offs for women. A woman wants to feel like she's getting something from the relationship, not like she's just listening to you ramble on about yourself. If you want her to think about you even at night, you need to make sure that she feels like the relationship is beneficial for her. One way to do this is to make sure you ask her questions about herself and actually listen to her answers. This shows her that you're interested in her and that you're willing to listen to her talk about herself, which is exactly what she needs from a man. Another way to avoid talking too much about yourself is to make sure you focus on asking open-ended questions. These are questions that require more than a yes or no answer, which will encourage her to talk more about herself. For example, instead of saying, "Do you like your job?" try saying, "What do you like the most about your job?" This will prompt her to share more information about herself and will make her feel like the two of you are having a real conversation instead of an interrogation. Finally, make sure to actively listen when she's talking. This means giving her your full attention and not interrupting her or thinking about what you're going to say next. Let her finish her thoughts and then respond accordingly. By following these tips, you can make sure that you're not coming across as self-centered or arrogant. Instead, you'll come across as someone who is genuinely interested in her, and that will make her want you even more. Even when she's lying in bed at night, she'll be thinking about how easy and enjoyable it was to talk to you. So if you want to learn how to dominate a woman as thoughts and have her thinking about you nonstop, then keep watching. Note 1, become less available. When you first meet a woman, you may be tempted to give her your full attention and be as available as possible. You may think that this will increase your chances of winning her over, but the opposite is actually true. When you first meet a woman, it's important to play hard to get and make her work for your attention. This doesn't mean that you should ignore her or act like you're not interested in her. It simply means that you shouldn't be so readily available for her all the time. For example, when you're talking to her, don't stare at her phone or check it every few minutes. Make sure to give her your full attention and engage in the conversation. However, you also shouldn't feel the need to drop everything else you're doing just to accommodate her. If she asks you to hang out, don't immediately say yes. Instead, ask her for a rain check and make plans for another day. Let her know that you have other things going on in your life and that she will have to work to earn your time and attention. This may seem counterintuitive, but by making yourself less available, you'll actually increase the value of your attention. She'll start to see you as a busy, in-demand man with other things to take care of, and she'll have to work harder to win your attention. Once she realizes that she has to work for your attention, she'll be more invested in the relationship and more likely to think about you constantly. And even at night when she's lying in bed alone, she'll be thinking about how to win you over. No. 2. Show confidence. Confidence is key when it comes to getting a woman to think about you constantly. No. 3. Don't talk too much about yourself. Many guys make the mistake of talking too much about themselves when they were trying to impress a woman. Listen, these are just a few simple things that you can do to make her think about you constantly, even at night. Now, before you go, I must warn you, some people watching this video might try to use the information for evil rather than good. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a comment below. We appreciate your support. Thanks for watching.